please.
Okay. All right.
Organic and non-organic stuff.
Great guess. Wrong.
Pain.
But that was good. Those are the two types of traffics. That was good. Mom, what does gray mean?
Are you talking about
The essential contact roadmap.
It means that we're working on it.
Yes, it is a system that needs to be done, and it is not complete yet.
Why don't we do the red, green, and yellow, like the other thing? Because it makes it right clear what it's like.
Well, how would we identify the critical ones?
That would be red, right?
No, red means that nothing's done on it. Red means that nothing's done on it.
Maybe orange and yellow go red, orange, yellow or something.
Yeah, but how would we identify what's critical?
We can make it orange. Because then yellow is like it's more mild, and then green it's a go. Right?
But green means that it's finished, it's good, and it's critical.
Well, whatever you want to say critical, just say orange is critical.
Or essential, I guess. Yeah, orange is essential. Okay. Well, anyways, for this diagram.
Don't you only have 3 colors on it anyway?
Yeah.
On the diagram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have gray, red, and green.
Yeah.
What is?
You call that red? Okay.
Yeah. What does red represent? You guys, there's a key, color key on the right. It's kind of the bottom right. Kind of the center right.
I do not see it.
It says color key.
Color key. Gray to do.
Yes.
Oh,
Red mission
I'm looking on the left.
critical. And green is, I don't know that word.
Systematized.
Systematized,
Repeatable.
repeatable process. Someone else can execute.
You got it.
Good job,
Perfect.
Kathy. That was perfect.
So, in looking here, what areas do we have missing?
Wait, where are we? What are we looking at? What's
What do you mean? The ones that are not filled
It's
out?
going to AOY.
Not quite.
AOY.
AOY sessions, click the only link on Messenger. What I mean is,
Oh, it's on Messenger.
which part of our funnel is, I wouldn't say broken, but it's underdeveloped? Which ones do we need to focus on?
Gray.
Which ones?
Oh.
You're correct.
The Facebook ads, the speaking engagements, the blog.
Well, those ones are not done, but are they essential for us to have for this?
They will
They're
enhance
just-
it.
It will help, but not
But is it
essential.
essential?
No. So
Which
the
ones are
sales-
essential?
Sales calls then. Sales calls are
Sales
essential?
video.
I-
YouTube, podcast, and Facebook Live.
Got it. Yes.
YouTube.
The red are essential. Facebook Live, YouTube,
Mission
and
criticals.
podcasts. Yeah, mission critical. Which I'm going to change that to essential because we're changing the title. It used to be critical client flow. I didn't like the
So-
word that, but we'll
You want me
change
to
it.
change it?
Yeah, that'd be great. Change it. Anywhere you say critical, say essential. Say essential to mission. It's right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, yeah. No.
The essential to mission. Yeah. So we need the systems. We need to systematize taking a Facebook Live to multiple content and then distributing, and making sure that we have that scheduled and that it's functional, so that content's going out and blessing the world. That's one thing. And Kim's going to do that. Now, along those lines, Wednesday we have a content team meeting, and Kim's going to be leading that out, and it's going to be on Zoom. And she's going to be kind of laying down. She has an action plan of how we could reach 100 pieces of content a day.
Quiz of what?
Yeah, she's real excited about it. She's been praying and thinking, crunching numbers, and figuring out different types of content we could use. And I think it's great. What else? I think that's at. What time was that?
What's up?
The meeting? The Wednesday meeting?
Was that already scheduled?
Yeah, it's scheduled for Wednesday. Do you remember what time it was?
No, I didn't know it was scheduled.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, Mom.
Did you go to calendar?
I remember we were talking about scheduling it, but I didn't know that was
Wednesday the
scheduled.
18th.
Is that with Kim, you said?
Kim and Rebecca
Is there a group with all of us in there?
and Nikki. Yeah, the publishing team.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 100 pieces of content a day would be 20 posts on each of the various platforms. You'd be scheduled to be released every hour. It would be about a post an hour. That's neat.
Doable,
I think it's doable.
especially when we have people helping us.
Yes. The bigger the vision, the more help will come.
I don't see it on here the date
See what on here?
when we're supposed to have the meeting.
On where?
On the AOY publishing.
It wouldn't be on the AOY publishing.
What would it be on?
It would be on the WhatsApp to Royal Blood. So it's 2 p.m. his time. And then EKR, I apologize. It's 11 a.m. our time. Alright, 11. Could someone add that to the calendar?
$11 a.m. for Wednesday the 18th. At 11 a.m. that's session 3. And what are we adding?
We're just adding it's a content team meeting.
Content team meeting. Are you doing
What?
that, Deborah, or not?
Mhm.
No.
What time?
Content.
It's 11 o'clock our time. You said.
Correct. Thank you, Kathy, for putting that on there.
I'm doing it, the content team meeting.
You got it.
Okay.
On the battle board calendar? What calendar are you putting that on?
No, I'd rather put it on the battle board. I have the AOY Publishing House calendar.
Okay.
That's not the right one, so I'll go out of here.
But no. When you add a new one, you can choose what you put it on.
Okay.
So, where does it say? Oh, you just click it to change it.
Click there,
Mm-hmm.
and we want it on the, we said the battle board.
Yeah, perfect. And that's how you choose which calendar
Okay,
you
got
put
it.
it on.
Okay, got it. So I am on the right day, the
You
right
are.
time.
Awesome. You have all those calendars. I didn't realize that. How'd you get those, Mom?
How do you do that thing where you say, "Are you going"?
Oh, the reminders.
Yeah. How do you do
Awesome.
that?
Way to go, Mom. Hit the button, the three, the four,
three dots?
four dots on the bottom left corner.
I don't.
Oh, no, you're on a laptop. I don't know what it looks like on Messenger.com.
You schedule add people, add location, add visitation.
What's that?
Add conference default, add description.
Create a poll.
Is there a? I do it on the phone because I don't know how to do it here.
Okay.
Scroll down past all the people.
The P.
Yeah, do it on the phone.
Okay.
Pull out your phone and then push the four dots.
I'm ready to add the description, but I don't remember what I was adding.
You don't have to add a description.
Dude, what it?
You're talking about the title?
Yeah,
Oh, it's content team meeting.
thank you. I see it now. Content team.
So when are we gonna do the batch recording?
That's something I want to talk about. But let's go over. That's part of this essential steps in our funnel. Now, what is another part that you see that is missing that's really essential?
Our funnel here.
Yeah. Sales call is more optional. It's not essential. It is not done, but it's more of an idea right now. We can have sales with the sales video and the sales page. That's kind of like having a salesman going constantly and being able to share with people.
So we need the emails.
Yes.
We need what?
What do we need, Tina?
Emails.
So right now we have a break, a very strong break between our program, because what's going on is people opt in to get notified about the program, and then we have nothing set up to follow up with them. We have nothing else to give them. What we need to do is write 4 emails that connects them to value video 1, 2, 3, and 4. That way they can see the sales page. And once we automate that, as soon as they opt in, boom, mini course. How to study the Bible, mini course, boom, mini course this. That's going to help them tremendously. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So these emails is what prevented me from getting this done on October 22nd and the whole month of November. I'm really struggling with the emails. And they're swipe files. They could be...
I'll help you do them.
You know what, Mom?
What?
There was only one of them done. You know which one that was?
The one that I helped you with?
Yeah, the one that you did.
Yeah. I'll help you do them.
That would be extremely helpful, Mom. It would be very helpful. But here's another thing.
Did you collect the email or the swipe files?
More or less. Here, there's swipe files from Brendan in this black binder. Where's the black binder?
Is it up
I did put it there.
where
It's right here.
Well, Ryan just went into oral surgery and
Oh, okay.
Claudia's asking us to pray for him.
Thank you. Here you go. Hold this. So we have this. See, create your OVO. OVO. So OVO. What's OVO, guys? Do you guys remember?
Optimal.
Opt-in value.
Opt-in. Hey, almost
Value
got
offer.
it.
You guys are so good. Offer. Yes, good job. Comment. Opt-in value offer. This is what we would do. If they opt in, we give them value, the 4-part mini series of value videos, and then we offer them the subscription. So this shows us an outline of what the first video should be, the second, third.
Oh, so this is before they even get to our program.
Before they, that's kind of introducing them to the program. It's pre-qualifying them. It's pre-phasing. It's helping them see their need of the program.
Do you know what
Casting the
videos they are?
vision.
Yeah, it's casting the vision. Huh?
Do you know what videos they are? The 4 videos?
This is the videos he's telling us to do. The 4th one is the sales video, which we have. The first one, right now, who remembers what we're doing with,
You have recorded some videos.
yeah.
It's the ones on
Who remembers what we got for the value one? Or any of them?
Can I
some
write
of
on
them
this
like
or no?
reclaim your devotions.
Yeah, go for it, Mom. So one is, 4 ways you said?
Ways to eliminate distractions or something like that. I don't know.
4 ways to reclaim your devotions. What was the other one? The other one was encouragement to discourage. This is the one that that was my first effort of trying to put together a sales video, just kind of doing a trial run.
You mean discouraged to encouraged?
Encouragement to discourage.
Oh, okay.
I'm just
Like,
putting keywords.
encouraged to
Sorry.
Discouraged. I was like,
What was the other one? It was about time, right?
interesting devotions, or I don't know. It was one
Interesting
of
devotions.
them. Was it about time? Where was it?
What were the
Just something. It's on Notion.
what
That'd be
were
great.
the acronyms? No,
Ac-
not acronyms. The
OVO?
initials. Yeah.
OVO?
For
How to find
yeah.
time for personal devotions while
Isn't
getting
it
more done than
learn
you ever thought
something?
possible.
Learn your calling or something.
No. It's direction from God. DFG.
Yeah, and then the third one is called encouragement to one who is missing direction.
Yes. Find time. Alright, those were the ones. So,
Okay.
here's the problem. You want to know what the problem is? This is the part of our sales this funnel that is messed up. Our essential contact roadmap is we just kind of threw that in there to try to launch it as a ugly funnel, but you know what? We didn't even use it in the launch. You guys realize that?
What?
We didn't use these in the launch.
So is that the order they're gonna go then?
That's your order, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But hold on, Mom. Don't write in that this, because the problem with this is these were live videos that we just did for live as like trial run and practice, but I did not follow the outline that he gave to do in video 1, 2, and 3. Does that make sense? We took teaching videos and gave them teaching videos. They weren't necessarily, like they are qualifying people, but they're not necessarily designed for value video 1, 2, and 3. So what I'd like to do is record 3 videos following his outline. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So we can put that on the batch videos.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Do we have like a printout of what we're gonna be, what our goals are with the batch recording?
When you say printout, what do you mean by that?
You know, like if we have like a piece of paper and every day we know what we're gonna be recording and in what order and
Okay.
such.
That's a great suggestion. What would you call that? Oh, list of videos?
Agenda. I would call that agenda for the videos.
Recording agenda?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. Recording agenda. So, here's what I got. Alright, that's a good suggestion. Now, here's a challenge with these emails, Mom, is right now, if we use the emails describing this video, these videos, we're gonna have to change them when we change the videos. But we can use them immediately and maybe put it off later, but would we ever get back to it?
Well, what if what we do is we use those videos right now and we give ourselves a month to create the videos and the descriptions for them, so that after you do your second appearance in the program, we'll have that done for the next round. Do you want to do that?
You're saying to leave them how they are and then wait until at what event?
The next time that you go into the program.
What program? Oh, the next live cast?
The live cast.
So January. Save them for January.
But we're not going to save them for January. What we're going to do is work on one at a time until we get them done in December. Well, December and January.
Okay, so December and January, we're saying create the video, record the video, write the email.
Yeah.
Create the video, record the video, write the email.
Right.
And replace them like that?
Yeah. And so, and then because we want it done within a month, we'll do one a week. We'll just zero focus on
One
it.
of these videos a week?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure where to write that.
Just put it underneath it.
Put it here?
Yeah. And complete it.
So that's the outline, record,
Description. Email. And we want to get it. Oh no. Do we need to do that for the content too?
What content?
Content marketing?
What do you mean content marketing?
To have people put it out there?
Oh, to publish this?
Yeah.
No, the thing that we publish is the Direction from God program.
All right.
But there's there's two ways of looking at this. I wanted to ask you guys about is there is another weak point in our funnel here, this essential contact roadmap, and that is where do people opt in and how do they learn to opt in? There's three.
Well, they opt in at the Direction for God
currently.
Yeah.
That's how it's set up now. But here's two options.
Do you want me to buy you some pens, Enid?
Mom, you already bought me a bunch of pens. I got lots of pens.
Okay.
So here we have, there's two ways of doing this.
Lead magnets are good.
Yeah. But the thing is, I don't know what to do for a lead magnet. Are you guys following along? How are you doing?
I think so.
What about you, Kathy? What are you up to?
Yeah, I was trying to do the thing for tomorrow, and I set an alarm today for a day ahead of time. I'm trying to figure out what I made a mistake on. So I made a mistake, but I'm trying to make it right.
Enid keeps telling me, and it's been working really good for me, is that when there's something like that to do, to write it down that you're gonna do it like when we have our free time, our time to work. That way we can hear what he's saying and,
Right.
we're not missing critical things that need to be done.
That's a really good suggestion.
It was really working for me too.
Praise the Lord. It really worked for me too when I started doing that also.
Yeah.
Are you able to make a note to
Yes.
do that in a few minutes?
Yep, I will.
Alright. That's great. Praise the Lord. I'm glad to hear that, Mom.
Yeah, it helps me a lot.
And it's a hard...
And plus I have it and I don't forget it if I, like she said she got stuck doing it. And then it's not like she could interrupt the class to get it fixed. And
Right.
it might fall through the cracks at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as it gets written down.
Yeah, it helps me.
So, schedule, content, team meeting, Wednesday at 11. So that was Kathy. Cool.
We need paper.
What do we need paper for?
We need like lined paper,
What do we need line paper for?
just to take notes. Just to,
Why don't you take notes on
because I
Google
don't want
Docs?
to take notes on this, and I don't want to take notes on this.
You have a computer
Because
in
it's
front
gonna
of
get all
you.
dirty.
Why not Google Docs or Notion?
Because I want to take notes.
Why don't you? That's what I'm saying.
I just want to like write them down and have them with where they need to be.
I think they need to be on Notion. So, I'm glad we're having this conversation. This is helping. Now, here's the question that I have for you all. And Carmen, I'd like to hear your feedback as well. We've basically got OVO, opt-in. On this opt-in phase, I see that there's 3 options where people can opt in to the list, and I'm wondering where they can learn. What we've been doing is a directionfromgod.com website, and that first home page is like the sales page that we removed everything that talks about money or price, and we took away all the enroll buttons and we replaced them with sign up to the mailing list buttons. And that's basically been the first step. So my question is, that's what we're doing now, but then in every video we are telling people to go to directionfromguide.com. But the thing is, these are Army of Youth videos that are being published and shared. And then I was thinking about it the last few days, it's been heavy on my mind. I'm like, wow, you know, what Brendan does in his videos is he sends people to brendan.com, that's his main brand, and on that brand, that platform, and like the YouTube channel is brendan.com, his website is brendan.com, his a lot of the stuff is brendan.com, and then from there they have a blog, which I showed you guys what it looked like, right? He has a website. This is what his blog consists of. It's like a big video. This is where the YouTube video is. Then he has the podcast.
Kathy, will you close that window, please?
Then he has the summary, and then he has like a transcript of the thing. Then he has like social quote cards, and he has social quote cards that are tweetable.
Are you saying that you want a website with your name on it?
No, that's not what I'm saying, man.
Oh,
Our brand is the Army of Youth.
okay.
But what I'm saying is, this is the blog. This is the principle. We're not trying to follow exactly. We're just talking about principles here. The principle is the blog. We have this content, and we post the pillar, or like we post the main thing right here, and then we have the YouTube video. We have the podcast episode. We have a short, like 200-word description that we post here, with the transcript and quote cards that are kind of scattered throughout. And they can click tweet and then post on their Twitter. Repost, they can download and they can send this. And it's all talking about this one piece of content when it's repurposed into these things. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But here's the catcher. What he does is he takes this and
Can you just go through it one more time? You got the blog, and then you have the smaller content.
Podcast?
no, the blog, this is all one page. You have the video, then you have the podcast, then you have the description.
Thank you.
Then you have, it's a 200-word description, overview, summary. Then you have the transcript, word for word. Then you have quote cards. And the quote cards are found all throughout the page.
Okay, thanks.
And this could be one of the videos that we could watch together in the Pioneer sessions.
That'll be a good one. Thank you. Yeah, we should make a little list of videos we want to watch. We can watch a video depending on what we're working on.
So tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday would be a fitting day to watch it. So we could watch it at 9. But this is the thing that I found really interesting is Brendan said, I think it was at the Influencer Business event.
Yeah.
It might have been at, no, I think it was at that event. Anyways, he was saying that he has multiple brands and he does that on purpose because of the framework. And he doesn't share, how do I say, he doesn't he has High Performance Academy, which is HPA.
This is ripping right here. Did you know that?
No.
High Performance what?
he has High Performance Academy and he has Experts Academy. And then an Experts Academy is just now shifting over to Influencer Business Program.
So does he have two membership sites then?
He has 2 membership sites. He actually has several membership sites, but 2 where he goes live and he teaches. The other one is pre-recorded content that he rolls out on a drip, and they each get a different course like every month. Like 2 new courses. So what he was saying is he has High Performance Academy. That's like health, life, goal setting, just different things like that. The Experts Academy is like what we're talking about. It's selling information. It's being able to make a living while sharing your advice and experience and testimonies and just tips and perspective things, information, knowledge. And that's a lot of marketing and he did this for a very long time. That's how he started. That's a subject that he liked. But then so many people asked about marketing advice, so then he did one on marketing. And then the influencer business program is, instead of calling it like back then it was called being an expert or like a thought leader, but that those words are kind of going out, and what's kind of new that's actually a broader, he did a land and expand. He landed in the expert space where people want to be an expert or an author, a speaker, a coach, a course creator, or podcaster, things like that. So he landed in that expert realm, but then he's realizing that there's more people who consider themselves influencers than they do experts. Expert is narrowed, influencers is wider. So he got started in experts and quickly became one of the best courses and programs you could possibly go through in creating an expert business. Now he's expanding to influencers and helping people in that regard. That's kind of like how we're starting with how to study the Bible, and then we will expand to teaching the Bible or subsequent ministry or different other avenues of evangelism. Now, but my point of saying that is he mentioned something that really was profound to me, that he recognizes. He said, how many of you, before you came here, have ever heard of Experts Academy? Or has never heard of Experts Academy? And there was actually a surprising number of people who raised their hands.
Really?
That it was just, I think it was like within the last 3 months or something, have recently learned about Experts Academy.
Oh, I was going to say, how did they get there if they never heard of it?
But his point was that people know
him for other things.
As
right?
Brendan, that's the brand that he has built up. Brendan on Facebook has like 4 million views. 4 million likes, followers. And on YouTube it's millions. But that's the brand he developed. So ours would be like the Army of Youth. And then the program, the academy, the online course, the training is a different brand. And coming through the parent brand, they learn about the child brand, so to speak, which is a training program. Whether for our experience would be like Direction from God, that's one brand. Live Your Calling, that's another brand. Reclaim Your Devotions, it's like another theme. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it make sense to you? What about you, Kathy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So my question is, what name do we want to stick in people's minds that's easiest to retain? Is it Direction from God, or is it the Army of Youth? Because at the end of every video, what I've been doing in the past was sending people to Direction from God. Like introducing as the Army of Youth, then sending people to Direction from God. Now, what we could do, and this is an idea and I'd like your feedback, YouTube, Kamran, is we could send people to, like we have a video on how to find time to study, to have your devotions while getting more accomplished than you ever thought possible. Boom, that's this video. And we got the podcast. And then if they're on this page for longer than like 10-15 seconds, then a pop-up comes like, hey, get this free lead magnet. Or, hey, sign up for this mini course. or hey, and then it's like just opt in, and then we send them this sequence, value video 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they learn about the program. So that's what he does. Like Brendan's an intent, his goal, his desire for all of his social media content. He's trying to funnel traffic to his blog because he has optimized his blog, his website, brendan.com, to always get an email. And his mailing list is like millions. It's got like 4 million people on his mailing list, somewhere around there, which is like, it baffles my mind. But so he has a banner on the side that's like an opt-in.
You don't want to get one with your name on it?
No, I want to get one with my name on it. Why do you ask?
Just because, I don't know, sometimes it's easier to remember your name than it is to...
I think the Army of Youth is good. With what Russell Brunson does is, Russell Brunson uses ClickFunnels, and he's like the spokesperson for ClickFunnels. So he's a teacher educator, and he's in a lot of the training videos that he's teaching people what ClickFunnels does. And so on YouTube, the name is like ClickFunnels-Russell Brunson. So people can find either one, they'll find the name. So it's like ClickFunnels as an organization allows us all to have a name that we can operate under, and then people associate the two together.
What if we got a website under your name and directed it over to something?
The only thing that I would think it would be valuable to have in a website with my name is if it was like a speaker's, like book me as a speaker type website. It kind of has like the topics I talk about and the subjects I cover and what packages that I could share with people. That would be more like in that realm. But as far as the videos for the Army of Youth, I think
so you were just asking if we should do the Army of Youth or the Direction for God.
yeah, basically. Because what about when we change to Live Your Calling? Do we, at the end of every podcast and video and thing, do we send people to Live Your Calling funnel website? Or should we send them all right here? And depending on what opt-in they choose, maybe they could choose this banner. This is like a banner, like an ad that we have on our own website. And maybe this one would be, this might be like Live Your Calling. This might be like Direction from God. So depending on which opt-in they choose, which lead magnet they receive, the subject will determine what value sequence that they get.
Well, that story that you just shared, how you were at the meeting and there was a lot of people who raised their hand, but they never heard of something. Maybe if we stuck with the Army of Youth, and then we could introduce them to other parts of whatever else we have, and that could be an ongoing sales page too, you know, like to link us up.
What do you think, Kathy?
Not quite sure what she was saying.
But
Lee,
did you understand what I was saying?
I was listening to you, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was listening, but she's saying those who raised their hand, but that was just giving an example because people didn't know what they hadn't heard about it before. So
his point was they knew about Brendan.com, but through Brendan they learned about the other brands, and that's how they ended up being here. So he was just pointing out that you don't have to develop the brand, like you don't have to develop 3 brands. You can develop one brand, and through that one brand, introduce them to other programs or brands.
Because he had 3 different, what are they called, programs?
Brand, yeah.
Membership programs, yeah. And so they were at one event for one of them, and didn't know about it, except for the blog.
yeah.
But I wasn't asking you about what she said. I was asking you about the options and the question that I had. Do you remember what the question is?
No.
Should we send traffic to Direction from God or to the Army of Youth? Both?
Yeah.
We can only choose
You
one.
can only choose one.
Yeah.
And I think the Army of Youth, and then they can learn about the directions from God.
Because at the end of the video, if you have like any more than one call to action, then people get confused and they do
Right.
nothing.
Right.
Isn't direction from God like a lead magnet?
Direction from God is a sales funnel.
Squeeze page or whatever.
The Direction from
Well-
God has a squeeze page. It has 2 squeeze pages. But I don't really like using that word. It's more like it has a lead magnet, an opt-in page.
Well, if you would lead them to the Army of Youth, where would they?
Where they hear about the Direction from God.
Yeah, where would they end up?
If we led them to the Army of Youth, they would go here, and they would have access to the different content that we have.
Depending on how some people like to watch video and some like to read and some like to listen. So if they go in that area where they want it, right?
Right. And then in 10, 15 seconds, if you go to walkswithgodministries.com right now, if you go on there, within seconds, an opt-in will pop up, and it'll say, hey, sign up for our newsletter. And we've got like 300 to 400 people who signed up for that mailing list just within the last couple of years. And we haven't been driving traffic at all or even trying to do that. We just set it and forget it.
I think you send them to the Army of Youth and then let them learn about the directions from God.
Through the pop-up or
Yeah.
the banners on the side?
Exactly. Yeah. And if you want to know why, it's because not everybody thinks they need direction from God. But right now, the name Army
Yeah.
is really, I don't know what you call it, but everybody's using it. So if you use the Army of Youth and direct them to the Army of Youth, then I think you're going to get much more traffic.
Yeah, people like that.
It's really, I've been listening to these things and they have nothing to do, and they're the army of this, the army of that, and the army of, and so it's become a very, busy term.
Trending topic.
Yeah, so I definitely think the Army of Youth is what you want to lead people to, and then let them find out about the other things.
What about you, Kamran? What do you think?
I'm in agreement.
In agreement?
Yeah, I think we should lead them or point them to the Army of Youth, and through the Army of Youth, introduce direction from God.
And any other program that we have,
And,
like
yeah.
with your phone. So here's my challenge with that.
What is
We have to develop a system to put this blog together. This is another learning curve, and this would, if we did this, it would be a major, how do I say, not flop.
Undertaking.
It would, well, not necessarily undertaking. It would just be a major like break that we have in our funnel. We really don't have any system of putting that together. Now, we got the video, we got the audio, that's fine. We're struggling to get the audio on the podcast, but we can. And the transcriptions, we're struggling to get transcriptions out in the quote cards. We're not really doing all those. And I know we don't need them all at once to get started. Could just be as simple as having the blog and embedding the blog again through here, but I don't know, we would have to develop that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, but it makes sense to do it.
Makes sense to do it, okay. So then we need to block out some time, and this would take a virtual team and some team meetings and just making sure people understand. This would be like Rebecca, maybe Abby. This might be like Rebecca and Jackie wants to help with the transcriptions. She's kind of been busy and she hasn't done her first transcription yet. So I asked Dominique if she could help with transcriptions today, and she responded yes. And Nikki could probably help. She's helped with transcriptions too. Carmen's been helping with the podcast, but Zelda might be able to help. But she has bad internet, so I don't know with the podcast part. But Carmen's been doing that. And the YouTube, Kim's been doing really good with that. Just people need to learn how to use the Divi on a blog, and that's, for me, it's a steep learning curve. I kind of know how to do it, but building websites is not my cup of tea, and that's the kind of draining stuff for me. It's going to require some prayer, and that's
We
kind of
got
like
that.
a big
We
undertaking.
just put it on the prayer wall, and people will be praying about it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait a second. Aren't we already doing this?
Doing what?
Like,
These?
yeah, we're on social media as the Army of Youth, and we're pointing them to direction from God through our content.
Yes, but what I'm saying is point them to direction from God through the email opt-in on the blog that doesn't exist. This would be a page on the Army of Youth.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It is a lot of
Well,
work,
worth
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. But it's well worth it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people to help with it too.
Nothing's too hard for the Lord.
We do have desires to put social quote cards, transcriptions, and podcasts. We're getting quite a bit of the podcasts are, well, these two we got those down pretty well. We don't have these so much, but if we had a central location to direct all the traffic to, it'd help, because right now we don't really have anywhere to direct the quote cards to. We don't have anywhere to, I mean, yeah, we're directing everything to direction from God, but the problem with bringing all your content here is it builds this brand, but it doesn't really build the Army of Youth brand as clear. And it kind of splits our effort, so we could do one thing extremely well, or we could do two things half as well.
Well, if it's online like that, we can always update them. Keep them updated of what's going on.
Yeah.
Without having them to go somewhere else or us produce something different.
I agree with Kamran, it's a lot of work.
It is, but there's a lot of us to do it.
Who?
All of us could do it.
This isn't the type of stuff that like we would be doing. This is stuff that like a virtual team would be doing.
I know, but they can't do that without us. Because we need to make the videos and we need to post. We're gonna be starting doing that too, right?
I see the virtual
So
team will be a lot better at posting and scheduling too.
I know, but they need somewhere to post it. So we need to put our accounts on there and post and share.
You're talking about social horsepower? Okay. Yeah, it's...
And if they're posting something, then the people are gonna be trying to contact them about what's going on. They're not gonna connect.
At the rate we're going, this would likely be like at least a month long project.
At least. But it'll be one of those like sloppy things. It'll be sloppy as we're putting it up and getting better at it. So it won't take a month to put it out there.
It's true.
Because we can work on it as we're working on it. Add to it.
It's 9:50. It's over 9:50. I don't know if you want to.
9:52.
Yeah. Two. All right. Well, I guess we could pray. Who would like to pray for us?
I would.
All right. Thank you.
Our most kind Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for helping us to do the planning according to your will. We thank you for the input. We thank you for your direction. We ask that you will give us the the workers and the strength that we need to fulfill and carry out the different things. And we thank you for it. We ask, dear Lord, that you'll be with us during this break and that we can come back together energized and ready to take on the next challenge. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Enoch,
Hmm.
what is let me show you.